National Theatre.
Shorten, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know if you realise it, but it's tonight's actually a very culturally significant evening in the day of the city. For starters, Channel 9's launching a brand new Australian drama, Packed to the Rafters. Sorry, I mean Tricky Business. Sorry, I don't know how I got those two confused. It's already in the can. They've had to frantically sort of Photoshop spinning, rotating red chairs in just because, ratings, peace of mind, I believe. But the other reason tonight's significant today is significant because it's the start of the Sydney Writers' Festival. It was launched today. For me, it couldn't have come soon enough because we are so starved of festival events in this city. I mean, aside from the Sydney Festival, obviously, and the Vivid Festival, and the Mardi Gras Festival, Taste of Sydney Food Festival, Flickerfest Film Festival, the Tropfest Film Festival, the Festival of Dangerous Ideas, Sculpture by the Sea, the Sydney Comedy Festival, the Sydney Film Festival, the Sydney International Food and Wine Festival, Future Music Festival, the Laneway Festival, Playground Weekend, Underbelly, the Sydney Biennale, Short and Sweet, Home Bake, Park Life and Field Day. Apart from all those, I feel like there's a real dearth of festivals in this city. So the launch of the Sydney Writers' Festival today, for me, couldn't have come a moment too soon. Now, what an incredible lineup it is this year. Have you seen the program? I don't know if you've seen it. I've got it here with me tonight for the FBI listeners. This is the festival program for tomorrow. Just a sample of what's on offer at the Sydney Writers' Festival tomorrow. 9:00 a.m. An audience with Jeffrey Eugenides. Moderated by Annabelle Crabb, this is a rare opportunity to hear the author of The Virgin Suicides be asked a series of cringeworthy and asinine questions from the public. Despite having an author of genuine intellect in the room, the tedious members of the audience, many of them aspiring novelists or spinsters from Katoomba, or both, who will waste the international guest time by sharing their ignorant views on the future of the novel. The session will also include long pauses while the roving microphone is passed awkwardly to each of these fuckwits. Bookings essential. 10:00, nothing to hide. Former director of the CIA, Glenn Carr, will discuss the role and importance of privacy in a session that's so private that no one's allowed to enter it. Anyone who accidentally glimpses the event will be immediately detained by US agents and tortured, either by relentless waterboarding or by being forced to watch the promos for Andrew Denton's new TV show Ranlene on loop. The event will be moderated by Annabelle Crabb. 11:00, The Feminist Supremacy, a fun, feisty forum full of fabulous, funny women. Join Catherine Devaney as she reminds everyone 40 times that she's an atheist. While Kathy Lett responds with a lengthy string of puns. Bookings completely inessential. Even Annabelle Crabb's refusing to go to this one. 12:00, Tragedy versus Comedy. Do we prefer novels that end happily ever after, or do we prefer stories that are more realistically bleak? Annabelle Crabb moderates this not-to-be-missed debate in which acclaimed novelist Jeanette Winterson argues the case for tragedy, while the plea for a happy ending is put by John Travolta. 1:00, a masterclass in fiction with former Labour MP Craig Thompson. Class in erotic fantasy, also with Labour MP Craig Thompson. 5:00, Annabelle Crabb interviews Annabelle Crabb. The celebrity chef and occasional political commentator goes head-to-head with herself in this not-to-be-missed festival highlight. Includes additional questions from the floor from Annabelle Crabb. 7:00, erotic fan fiction. Eddie Sharp and co return to the festival for another night of smut and hilarity. You won't want to miss this opportunity to hear Marie Cardi say the words boobs and flaps over and over. It never becomes unfunny. Session might also include a respectable Belvoir actor using the word minge. 8:30, erotic fan fiction. Will Anderson takes Eddie Sharp's exact same idea and tries to pass it off as his own. Only this version has slightly more references to Shannon Noll and Will's numerous Barry Award nominations. If you're unable to attend the session, it will be made available afterwards as a podcast, which Will post repeated links to and positive reviews of on his Twitter feed. 9:30, The Chaser's Empty Vessel. Join members of the Chaser team as they interview authors whose books they clearly haven't read. Esteemed international guests are forced to sit awkwardly while the team make references to Amanda Vanstone that used to work for them 10 years ago. Please note, do not attend these events expecting any of the guests to get a word in. These sessions exist solely as an audition piece for those members of the Chaser team who don't already have a show on Radio National. Totally not recommended, but have a great festival nonetheless.